I'd like to call the meeting to order for Monday, June 3rd, 2019. Please rise for the pledge. Edward Burks will lead us in prayer.
Join me in prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to freely come together tonight to discuss the business of our city. We ask that you lead, guide, and direct us to do what is in the best interest of our city in all decisions. Be with all persons here tonight and with all our city employees. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Next item on the agenda, roll call. Please show all present here tonight with the exception of Mayor Claire Hopper. Next item on the agenda, approval of minutes. I entertain a motion to approve the minutes from May 20th, 2019. Motion from Coach Coles, or a second? Second from James Baltimore. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Next item on the agenda, unfinished business. Is there any unfinished business? New business? Attorney invoice. Attorney invoice was attached. That is for the month of April. The attorney invoice totaled $5,480. I entertain a motion to approve the attorney invoice.
So moved.
Motion from Netta Webb's, our second.
Second.
Second, we have sound. Dennis Moody. Okay, have a motion and a second. All, any discussion?
I couldn't hear who was first and second.
Benetta with the motion, Dennis with the second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Next item on the agenda, Finance Committee meeting minutes. Chairman Edward Burks. Minutes were provided at the board meeting. I think everybody has a copy of those. Edward?
The Finance Committee met at 9 a.m. on May the 22nd, May the 23rd, and June the 3rd for budget hearings. The committee heard presentations from each department head presenting their budget request for 2019-20. Additionally, School Superintendent Neil Durbin presented school budget request, and Lee Weekly, Chair of McIver's Grant Public Library, presented the library request. The Finance Committee actions taken include the committee voted to approve the 2019-20 annual Dyersburg City Schools budget as presented. So, Mayor, I'll make that in the form of a motion.
Okay, have a motion from Edward Burks. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second from James Baltimore. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries.
The committee also voted to approve a 3% per year increase in the current year's sewer rates over a 5-year period. This will allow the city to apply for a 20-year SFR loan for mandated sewer improvements as per the city's consent agreement with the State of Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation. So, Mayor, I'll make that in form of a motion to the entire board.
I'll second that also.
All right, have a motion from Edward Burks, second from James Baltimore. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries.
The committee voted to approve the city's application for a TDOT multimodal grant to finalize a South Main Street project to improve drainage and sidewalks. So I'll make that in the form of a motion also.
Okay, have a motion from Edward Burks. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Ricky Hammond. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries.
Committee requested that Treasurer Steve Anderson meet with department heads to review the department budgets and determine areas of recommended budget reductions to balance the budget. The committee will meet again on Monday, June the 10th at 2 p.m.
Okay, thank you. Bids, Greg Williams, no bids tonight. Next item on the agenda, report from Alderman James Baltimore.
There's two things I want to, I'm glad Dennis Patrick is here tonight, and I want to apologize to people up at the cemetery because the cemeteries, they had a lot of problems with tall grass in the cemeteries on Memorial Day, and we want to apologize to them. We're going to try to do better, and we appreciate y'all. And we have a new person working out there, and maybe he just didn't get around to all of it. But we talked to the mayor, and the mayor said that he would make sure that it not happen again. And the second thing is, Mayor, do you know of any place that helps senior citizens who have dilapidated houses or houses that need any repairing, any repairs on them, or any grant money that the city of Dyersburg could get for people who are senior citizens that would help them to fix houses?
There's, obviously, the city has applied for loans from THDA through HUD, and we're in the process of doing that right now. We got, I think, $500,000 this last grant cycle that went through. We were approved for that. Advertised it. I don't know how many houses they're fixing, but that is available. Also, I think there may be some assistance from Future City, the Dyer County Central Office down there for weatherization and stuff like that, minor repairs for senior citizens. I think that's available down there as well. Then possibly Matthew 2540 or some more organizations. Of course, we just had the Mission Blitz about 3 weeks ago, and did about 75 projects, about 30 churches, and helped a lot of people then. But I will look to see if there's something specific for senior citizens. But when we have those opportunities to apply for grants to help homeowners in our community, we certainly take advantage of that and try to help everybody we can. A couple of these are getting new houses built, actually.
And I apologize for not mentioning it this morning, but I didn't know about it till this afternoon. The reason I didn't bring it up this morning when we're at the Finance Committee meeting, I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
Sure. No, that's fine. And we'll give you a list. We talked this morning in the meeting about things that have occurred in the past 13 years, and Steve Anderson's working on that as far as the debt reduction, the amount of grants we've got as far as the dollar amount of grants has been close to $22 million, I guess, the past 10 years to do things for folks in the community. And let me mention real quick about the cemetery. Obviously, we talked on Memorial Day about that situation. I did talk to the cemetery director. He started in October. He's a very diligent, hardworking individual that wants to do the right thing and is doing the right thing. But quite honestly, our problem has been trying to find personnel. We've sent 3 or 4 people for drug tests, and they failed. We've had people come in, report to work, send them to go get a drug test. They never come back. I think it's about 2 individuals that occurred. And then we've had 3 people come in and worked one day and never came back. So that's 7 or 8 people that we try to hire to do that. I have talked to Mike McCullough today as well, and he's going to send his crew out there tomorrow in an attempt to get caught up. I know they worked all day today on Fairview Cemetery, so we're certainly aware of that situation and cognizant of the fact and the families, and got a couple of other phone calls today that I returned about that. But we are working diligently trying to resolve that situation.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? No? Edward?
Mayor, at the Budget Committee meetings, the Finance Committee members were all there, and I just would like to say I was glad to see all other board members. I think were at least 1, 2, or all 3 of the meetings we've had so far. So I'm just glad that all members have an interest in this budget hearing.
Thank you. Thank you. Coach Cole?
Yes, thank Mr. McCullough over there. I told him a few minutes ago that I wanted to be on the same page with him about what's going on, because I know he gets chewed out a lot about some things that really are out of his hand, and people don't understand. But I'd like to thank him for his time and effort. Mr. Mayor, can you point me to someone who can help me understand what's going on 51 Bypass with the beans, the storage beans? I've had a call about it, and
Right.
I know that y'all had a meeting, and
We discussed it several times last year, and I got an email from another alderman concerning that situation. I returned a phone call today to a lady, and I just won't blank their name, but there was a meeting with TDEC. That's a TDEC issue that Rudy Collins is the TDEC person out of Jackson, I think, that came over here and had a meeting with the residents. I was unable to attend that meeting. Thomas is not here. Kevin, did you go to that meeting? Did not. And the lady I spoke with today said they are putting more bags out there, is my understanding. So I did call Rudy Collins today, left him a message to talk with him. I think they have some jurisdiction over that, and there's some federal laws and things that relate to agriculture and stuff like that, but we're looking into that as well. And I can give you Rudy's name and number as well. I'll do that. Thank you. Megan?
No report.
Ricky?
No report.
Dennis? Fanetta?
Nothing to report.
I handed out the code enforcement report for May of 2019. We've hired an additional person that was allowed through the budget process last year. And I just went back, I looked at these numbers, and I went back to May 2018. So May of 2019, under sanitation, we had 99 complaints that we worked. That's May of 2019. May of 2018, we worked 22. 53 motor vehicle violations. May of 18 was 12. I won't read all these, you'll see them there, but in May of 18, we had 72 total violations that we were involved in. In May of this year, 236. So we are certainly stepping up our enforcement efforts, trying to clean the community up, all parts of the community, and I think these numbers reflect that. Also, you see demolished 2 structures in May of 2019 and issued 22 citations in May. May of 18, we issued 11 citations, and that is for things that are substandard and violations where we try to work with people, they don't get them fixed, so our only other option is to take them to court. I will say we tore down 2 houses today, Mike, is that correct? Tore 2 houses down today, so that's 15 and 16, I think, this year. And we're not here to tear houses down, but we're just here to clean the community up. And so I wanted to just let you know how that code enforcement report is reflective of the proactive stance of the code enforcement department and this group up here that wants to clean up the community. So I just want to bring that to your attention.
Mayor, may I say one more thing?
Yes, sir.
I want to compliment the police department. The other day, I was down on Fair Street, and there was a bunch of old men, us old men, sitting on the porch. And some of the police officers, they were later police officers, they came by and they were just so kind to us, and it was just so nice, and it was very professional, and we appreciate that. We appreciate as kind as they were with us, and community policing. Man, that's the thing right now. And Chief, man, hats off to y'all.
Thank you. And I do want to mention, since you said that, and I was going to mention the community cookout this Thursday night at Bruce Pool, sponsored by the Dyersburg Police Department, a series of meetings that we'll have around the community. The first one will be at Bruce, free hot dogs, I think, 5 to 7, is that right? 5:30 to 7:30 at Bruce Pool. And just want to bring that to your attention as well. If you can be there, certainly love to have you there. Anything else?
I wanted to say something.
I talked to John Ford at Ford Construction Company, and he was telling me about the list for fixing.
You want to come down here, sir, so everybody can hear you?
Do they have a list?
Wait till you get to the mic. Tell us your name and let us all hear you, okay?
Okay, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, I'm glad to be here, but I'm trying to figure out who has the list for fixing the streets in Dyersburg? Because there's a few streets that they fixing and a few they not fixing. They fixed a street on my side of town that I didn't think need fixing because you got 5 cars traveling on it all day long. When they don't do Fair Street, but they did New Chicago Street, or Little Chicago Street, we called it back then. And you got Fair Street, you got Tickle Street out by the hospital. That's ridiculous. It's a big old hole in there, about 5 foot wide, that need to be fixed out there. And it's one on Scott Street the same way. And I just wonder who has the list of what they're gonna fix.
We've all got the list. Everybody up here's got a list. It was,
Figure out why would they fix a side street that 5 cars travel on it when you got Fair Street, the main street going through the projects and stuff, not being fixed. I don't understand that part there.
the list actually was determined last fall by the street committee and approved by the former board. That's the streets that are getting fixed along the way. We've done other streets that as we have come across them. We also had an extensive survey done, engineering survey of all the streets in the community, graded them based on their potential for failure, amount of traffic and things like that. So the ones that were not on the original list, and there's not a lot that we've done that weren't on the original list, we tried to go through that list with the potential for failure and do those as well.
Has any of y'all traveled from the hospital
I have,
St.
yes,
John
sir.
Street?
Yes, sir.
You
It's
see the
bad on
big
one
old
end.
hole they got
Yes, sir.
there?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, we're aware of it.
Okay. I just thought I asked about it, okay? But they have the same kind of hole on Scott Street on the west side of town, just like that too.
Okay.
Okay, because, you know, somebody gonna hurt something on their vehicles or something, And I know how hard it is to get money from the city to try to fix things when something happens to people's cars. Because I've been through that years ago myself.
Okay,
Okay, thank you, Dad.
thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Anything else? We're adjourned. Thank you.